Welcome to the Cap Room, ladies and gentlemen. The best, most inconsistent basketball podcast on the planet. But we're back because it's a big moment in basketball. We're talking trade deadline. We're talking trades. Who needs to do what to get that little final move in? You know what I'm saying?
We're actually talking these trades, and you speak of inconsistency. I mean, I guess the theme of this episode of this guy is inconsistency and being the best all at the same time, man.
Exactly.
Sometimes all right. All right, you know how we start this thing off, Niles, man. What's your cap of the week?
Cap of the week. My cap of the week is with recent trades that have already happened that we're going to talk about, and with trades that are still going to happen coming in this week. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to get bumped down to a play-in team. I think they're going to be in the 8th, 9th place.
And not Golden State, who just lost Steph Curry for a month today?
Oh, they're going to be down there too.
Playing each other at the 10-9. Right. All right. That is funny. I love that cap of the week. My cap of the week, Kyrie can be a consistent player. He can be a consistent player even in this age now. I just saw this guy 2 seasons ago put up a 22-5-5 in a playoff series on 50-40-90 shooting. I think a lot of people forget what he put Drew Holiday through in that damn series before he went down in game 4. Yeah. I love this trade for my Mavs, and I guess that gets us right into it because your boy was out of his mind the day when the notification. This is a Woj bomb I never expected. I never expected a Woj bomb like this now. They're like, this doesn't happen in the Mavericks. This just doesn't.
I was on FaceTime with Deuce Flame when the notification came in. As soon as the notification hit my phone, I get a FaceTime call from Deuce. And we was just like, I know that nigga Corey cheesing right now, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, I was on public transportation this morning on the LA Metro. And me and a couple of abuelas in the back were just screaming because they didn't know why I was screaming. I'm just, It was electric. That was my gut reaction. And that's why through everything, it's been about almost 10 hours since it happened. I still feel that way. I'm so excited that Kyrie Irving's on this team. Luka Doncic has never played with an all-star. Kyrie's an all-star starter this year. This year. I've never seen 2 all-stars on the same team as a Maverick. Jason Kidd was already in his mid-30s by the time he got to Dirk. So this is I'm excited. I can't put into words. I know you probably calm me down and try to hit me with some realism, but I was talking about some like, hey, Spencer, thank you. Dorian, we're sending you a championship ring. I'm through the moon about Kyrie right now. I'm through the moon.
I mean, look, I think you should be excited.
Okay.
I was telling somebody, I was like, the way Luka and Jalen Brunson meshed so well, and I just think they should have extended Jalen. But yes, I mean, if that worked, why couldn't him and Kyrie work?
I guess we got to start negative, and not that we have to, but we should do some cons on.
Oh, well, I don't think they're going to win a championship. That's not even. I think they move up. I think
as presently constructed, or you don't think these
as
two
presently
are champions?
I think they can pass the Kings and go on a little run and end up 3rd in the West.
So you like Denver, Memphis? Okay, are you in this boat?
Denver's still my number 1 out of the West.
And I know you picked Denver to go to the. We can go back to episode 1. You picked Denver to go to the finals. I'm loving you for that because they are playing amazing right now. But I was in my sports group chat, my fantasy football group chat this morning talking about it, and there was a lot of guys talking to me about Memphis. I want everybody to refresh themselves. Luka Doncic is 6-1 versus the Memphis Grizzlies, including a 30-piece this season. The Memphis Grizzlies is a terrible matchup for us. Dylan Brooks will be in hell. He's gonna do a nut shot to Luka. There will be fights if that series happens, and it won't be pretty. So Memphis is not in my mind.
Well, you know, the Grizzlies haven't played well since that Ja interview when he said we're not.
And we have an episode somehow after that one that literally says, hey, this team, they got a lot of problems with the West. And they do. And they're still young. And we're going to talk about KD trades, but this is a team that might be, hey, should we be going all in?
They need a wing scorer.
Right.
Desmond Bane is a spot-up shooter. I think he's a good player. And Dillon Brooks is a very streaky scorer, and he's more of like a gritty, glue guy. But they do need a dude on the wing that can kind of ISO and get his own bucket when Ja, because like teams are just packing the paint on Ja. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it's like the playoffs is all half court offense. It's possessions. You got to have a guy on the wing that can get a bucket as well as a point guard that can get a bucket. And you got the point guard. I just don't know if Desmond Bane and Dillon Brooks cut it as a championship contender in the West.
Yeah, and I know some people might try to get on us about Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. is playing at a defensive player of the year level.
Yeah,
I wish he could stay on the floor too. We gonna talk a lot about Kyrie not being able to stay on the floor. Can Jaren Jackson stay on the floor? Can we get 4 straight months out of Jaren Jackson? You know what I mean? Because if Jaren Jackson goes down and we're sitting here like, oh man, I love Brandon Clark, but if we're asking Brandon Clark to start playing 35, 40 minutes a game, we're asking Steven Adams to overextend himself. I just think this team presently constructed as well. I think they need a change. I think they need to go ahead and make their trade. We talked earlier in one of our pods a while back about maybe Minnesota made the trade too early. Memphis has just drafted well, and they haven't made a trade at all. You know what I mean? The biggest trade they made was for Steven Adams, setting screens, playing defense, and he comes in. I mean, when Shannon Sharp wants to fight, he's right there. But this isn't a guy that I'm thinking, oh, they got Steven Adams, man. They about to win a championship.
Doesn't move the needle.
Right.
Because I'll be real, like that's a team. If the Lakers if the Lakers make the play in, get in, and that's a team they play in like a 7-game series, I'm not that scared.
Think about that. Denver at a 2 seed. Somehow your Lakers magically beat everybody 9-10, beat that 8-7. They're a 7 seed. Now they're playing Ja, and you're looking at that AD LeBron pick and roll. Yeah, that is scary. I like that one. I don't want to ever be a delusional Laker pod. But that is LeBron AD pick and roll is still
if they can get in
stuff in basketball.
If they can get in, they're gonna pose problems for people. But that's if they can get in, which I'm not too confident in anymore.
So let's shift gears because the Lakers were the other team in this trade that everybody was linked. I mean, LeBron was sending subtweets, both picks. Oh my God. I'm hearing AR-15 was about to get departed. I know as a Laker fan, you didn't want to leave AR-15. That is the stupidest thing I could have heard from Laker fans. It was like the growing resentment I was having from Mavericks fans saying, oh, we cannot trade Dorian Finney-Smith. You can't trade a role player?
Right. No, like, look, I love Austin Reeves. Don't get me wrong, but like, if that meant we got Kyrie, then bye. Like, it's just But no, I didn't want to see Austin Reeves go. And then obviously with the Lakers offer, it didn't really seem like Jeannie and Rob were very serious about this shit.
Well, if you want people to take Westbrook back, that's why both picks have to be on the table. And obviously the holdup is both picks. Or the holdup, like I heard, was trying to get a package together. Players that – because KD's stuck. And we can talk about that next. But KD's stuck. He's not good going to Phoenix. As much as we like Memphis, New Orleans, they got the young players and the assets. He's not going there either. Portland, I'm so sorry. But if you're talking about, oh, man, if they could have put that Jazz thing together – Mike Conley, I saw some Mike Conley, Vanderbilt type of stuff. Russ goes to Utah. They get the tank for Wemby. All this other good stuff. You got to do it. I do not think it's smart or Rob Pelinka and Jeannie should see this as a win because they kept their assets down the road. When's the last good pick that they made? That era from 2014 to 2017 where you go Julius Randle, D'Lo, Brandon Ingram, and then you get Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball in the same draft. I hear you. I hear you. It feels good, doesn't it? And all you did was trade every single asset to get LeBron James, Anthony Davis be here right now. You used the end of Kobe's career to do that. So why are we sitting here, Rob Pelinka, holding on to picks? Let those motherfuckers go and go compete. LeBron is 38 years old, averaging 30 points a game. I mean, Anthony Davis has been falling around since he came back from his injury. But that Pacers game, he let us know, hey, I'm still him. I should have been an all-star.
Right. No,
So I'm not seeing. I would like this Laker team. I think there's two spots. I think there's literally Utah, and I think there's Charlotte where a move can be made. But
Toronto.
Ooh. See, the Toronto one is tough, man, because the Anunoby thing. OG Anunoby has been in the news. He was Kyrie before Kyrie the last 4 days.
Right.
OG for 3 first. I hope people know, and obviously Kyrie's more volatile the first. We might not even have to give up the first if this was 3 months ago. But listen, OG Anunoby for 3 picks sounds crazy. And I just hope Masai, Masai is a master swindler. He got Carmelo for 19 people, 5 picks in Denver with that Knicks trade. I just don't want to see him swindle. But do you think Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent's the answer for this? It would go Brian Rui, AD, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent Jr. would be the 5.
It makes us better.
Anything makes you better.
And, fuck you. No, I mean, well, the issue with the Lakers right now is space.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are
bringing 2 shooters.
Guys are getting threes and just bricking them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're losing, and it's not like the Lakers are ever getting blown out of any of these games. Mm-hmm. That's the worst part about it. Is a lot of these games have been heartbreaking losses coming down to the last play, LeBron getting pimp slapped on the way to the bucket, all this kind of shit. But my thing is just like, we got to stop putting ourselves in position to where we getting mad about a foul getting called at the end of the game. And it's because we having 17-point quarters.
I was just about to say, the Mavericks, before they made this big trade, there's a lot of Luka going 60, 20, and 20. And the game went to overtime for him to pull it off. Right. You know what I mean? So, and it's not, it literally is not this last ticky-tack foul that the refs obviously made a mistake on. It's all these little mistakes we made going up into that. So I'm with you. I think
I'm just like, with LeBron driving to the rim or AD coming off the pick and roll, if the person on the wing that's open to shoot the 3 is Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook, Wenyen Gabriel, Troy Brown Jr., who has been shooting the ball a little better, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's not a championship team. But if a Gary Trent Jr. is open on the wing, or what most teams would do, they not going to let him be open on the wing. So now you can't pack the paint on LeBron and AD. That just makes the Lakers a way better team. Because I just believe LeBron and Anthony Davis are just 2 of the most amazing players in this league ever. And if you just have anybody competent that can shoot from distance on the floor at any time, then we got to change. So VanVleet and Trent Jr., I think that's the best package.
Wow. As Kendrick Perkins said, with LeBron and AD, it could be me, you, and whoever the fuck out there. And we going to the Western Conference Finals at least.
If we can knock a 3 down, yeah.
Hey, man, so I don't know what happened in 2021, but this team is still elite with AD and LeBron. Right. And I am not one of the people that goes, oh, Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. No, it's just literally, hey, Russell Westbrook, as weird as he is, as great as he is literally might be mirroring Allen Iverson more than anybody. I know I'm seeing a lot of Kyrie, Allen Iverson stuff today, but it's Russell Westbrook, a guy that just won't adapt. I'm not adapting, man. Whether I go play with Carmelo, whether I get traded for Chauncey Billups and got to go to Detroit, I'm AI. I know who I am. Hey, right. And that ain't going to get you nowhere but overseas, brother. Especially when your knees ain't the same, athleticism ain't there. I think it's addition by abstraction. I saw it with the Mavericks last year. Porzingis leaving his team just makes it a whole lot.
That's the best move.
We got a lot of things, you know what I mean, relieved off us. And if you're going to put those 2 picks in, now, shit, if I could run an actual 5 out there, Rui, AD, LeBron, Trent, and, oh my God, VanVleet, who's fucking won a championship, who's been a part of a closing 5 on a championship.
He's made big shots. And then now you can bring guys like Lonnie and Troy and Dennis Schroeder, who are really good role players. Now they can be role players.
Now you can be a role player. I love that. Yeah, it is a multiple. Whatever you guys get, it has to be a multiple guys thing. And I think that's why Charlotte, to me, still is like, man, if you can go and say you throw in that Pat Bev contract, I want all 4 guys, PJ, Kelly, Terry, and Gordon. Yeah. Gordon might not play. Laker fans have to know. Gordon could not make it to the playoffs. Right. But Terry, Kelly, and PJ in this 5, because I swapped PJ for motherfucking Rui. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I put Rui right off the bench, and now he's back to being an 8th or 9th man, and I think that might be better suited for Rui.
Good.
But yeah,
I think we're asking a lot of certain guys that have never had to play this role before. Dennis Schroeder's never been a 35-plus minute guy on a championship team.
Right.
Lonnie Walker has never been the starting 2 on a championship team. Like, we're asking a lot of these guys, and we're telling them, well, this is what you got to do because you got LeBron and AD on the floor. So y'all are championship contenders now. You got to play like it. And it's like those guys have not been in those positions yet.
And I heard something about the Mavericks because they say your first mistake, which is not re-signing Jalen Brunson. Again, that is on Donnie Nelson and not Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison is responsible for JaVale McGee, though. But one mistake doesn't rectify the other because the first mistake is letting all those core guys go: KCP, Kuzma, Caruso, and now you gotta fix the first mistake with maybe a worse mistake. Because the reason I even wanted to talk to you about, man, does a trade this week make people title contender? And I think it's yes with LeBron and AD. But I also think it's yes with LeBron and AD. Because it's the injury prone. It's LeBron at 38. Man, that's why I said I don't remember what happened in 2021. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, healthy LeBron. Oh, no. Healthy AD goes down with a groin injury. The whole series is flipped. The entire series is flipped.
We were about to beat the 1 seed.
Or about to, and everybody thought it could happen. Thought it was the worst matchup for that Phoenix Suns.
They're up 2-1, and one of the wins was a blowout.
You know what's funny? Both finals contenders that year kind of changed the destinies of 2 of the most elite super teams ever. AD and LeBron's course was changed after 2021. They panicked. There was a panic trade, and the same thing happened when that Bucks team beat Brooklyn on the other side. They panicked. They were a toe away from going. You know what I mean? So it's just like, who knows where we at now? Kyrie and James Harden could still be in Brooklyn if they win that chip this year, like we all thought they were after sweeping the Boston Celtics, who are so praised right now. Sorry, I'm a little hot about this Boston team. I listened to an entire Boston Celtics fan tell me how bad Kyrie was for an hour.
That's crazy. They just hurt.
Yeah, very hurt. All right, your Lakers. All right, so you most likely want that Toronto trade.
Yeah, I want the Toronto pack. I want whoever's going to bring us shooters. I think the best shooters are coming from that Toronto package. My plan B would be the Charlotte.
And that I think that Pacers deal is off the table. I think they just re-signed.
They're not giving Miles up.
Yeah, and Halliburton's playing like the second coming of Steve Nash. So I think we're out on that. And then our other hopeful was Utah. We'll see what Utah does.
Right.
All right. So this next thing, I want to talk about where KD stands because Chris Haynes put out a report that Phoenix could be in the running if the Nets want to move on. And I told you before we got on air, I was just like, I don't think he goes anywhere. We just waited you out a whole summer and say, okay, come on, back to work now. Come on now. Come get back to work. And so I think if you know that's your reality, I think you and KD had to be sitting in that room the same way Luka gave the nod for the Kyrie trade. You got to be sitting in that room going, all right, it's about to happen. You good with this? And I think he is. I know we haven't seen him tweet yet, but I would think, you might be upset your boy's gone, but you like, hey, that nigga gone though. Hey, man, we ain't got no more issues, kind of. We can kind of, me and some guys almost beat Giannis. Like me and a couple just of the guys.
And
almost
I was
beat
telling
Giannis.
somebody, I said, I'm not mad at this little Brooklyn squad, bro. Like,
no. Hey, as a Mavericks fan, Dorian Finney-Smith was the only asset. I literally sat there and said, I am going to miss you, Dodo. I saw this man hit 8 3-pointers in a pivotal game for down 2-1 at home against Phoenix. It led to that big upset. He is going to be a big-time player. He's so switchable. He can play some 5 when KD don't want to, when Claxton don't want to.
He rebounds. He's in the passing lane, getting steals. I really like Dorian Finney-Smith. And so it's just like with a front court of KD, him, and Claxton, like that's pretty tough. And then, and then with Cam Thomas playing the way he's been playing, and then
44 the other night.
Yeah,
44 the other night.
Ain't shit funny.
Cam ain't shit. I saw that tweet. Cam ain't shit funny. Thomas. I had a hope and a prayer he was in this trade. Cam is a bucket. I do like that.
And then you bring Spencer Dinwiddie, and then they didn't. Did they lose Seth Curry or Joe Harris?
No, they kept both of them, and we both had a thought that one of these guys could get traded, and so it leads me to my ninth. All right, Joe Harris is at $19 million. All right, let me go because I got some fake trades. Joe Harris is at. Let me see. He is exactly. Joe Harris is at $19 million. Who's at $20 million that plays for Portland? Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant's at $20 million plays for Portland. These guys now have 2 first-round picks that they could. These aren't players. They could just ship these right off. And that's been the report that they're going to plan to ship some of these. How about you ship that 2027 first from Philly over to Portland? Portland's in the middle of nowhere. Dame's playing out of his fucking mind. You don't want to leave? Cool. Try again because you're not going to play. Jeremy Grant has to get paid this offseason.
Yeah.
And he's going to be looking for some money. Hey, let's just get on out of that. Get us Joe Harris. I mean, if Dame want to go out there and act like he can compete, kick it to Joe. They brought us an asset back. Jeremy Grant, because I don't even want to think about what this Ben Simmons thing is because he's sitting out dating models.
I totally forgot Ben Simmons was on the team.
No, I love that you didn't include him in the front court because we've again in our short run of a pod, we've already discussed terrible Ben. Oh, Ben's trending up and back down again. I mean, the pattern is there. There's a pattern with this kid, and I'm not sure mentally if he's going to be able to get over it. But Dorian Finney-Smith, he eliminates all that.
Yeah.
What I'm just trying to get into, boom, let's go guard heavy. Let's go Spence. Well, let's go wing heavy Spence, and then we just go 3 wings. We would go Grant, Dodo, Durant, and Claxton. Hey, and if we want to really go crazy, I know Claxton's been playing almost at a defensive player of the year level this year too.
Yes.
Sit him. We kept Seth Curry in this as well. Hey, we could put some more shooting and spacing out there. We'd be a little small with him and Spence. Well, Spence is 6'5". You'd be okay. But yes, I would love to see Jeremy Grant on this goddamn Brooklyn team with Kevin Durant. I think it's the most little subtle linear move that they can make to still be like, all right, KD and some dope role players can make a run, and hopefully if they see Boston or Milwaukee in the second round, we get a repeat of 2021, just a great showdown between KD against Tatum or KD against Giannis.
With the Nets being in second place right now, I just don't want them to go into some panic mode and be like, oh, we might as well just trade KD too. And it's like, for what?
Yeah, but a big part of that, you don't think a big part of that second place is Kyrie's 27, 5-5 and almost 50, 40, 90 shooting again. Sorry, Mavs fan here.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying that at all. But I just feel like with Kevin Durant in this weak Eastern Conference, I think you always have a chance.
You think the Eastern Conference is weak?
It's Boston or Milwaukee, bro. I don't believe in Philly in the playoffs.
Wow. And this is where, okay, now I'm getting at you because we both picked these 76ers to go to a finals. And I don't believe in them. I'm still a believer. Really? Joel is playing at an insane level. James Harden leads the league in assists. I think those two have figured they are the best pick and roll in the league. I am sorry that we just.
I think it's because I watched them play
for 15 minutes. You went to a game and they wasn't giving it to you.
No, they went down to the last play with my team.
I mean, your team, it was with LeBron and no AD, right?
Yeah, it was no AD. It was LeBron and Westbrook. It was the game where Embiid fouled Westbrook, but they didn't.
Oh no, the arm grab. Listen, I
was like, look, if y'all best player got to grab Westbrook's wrist to win the game, I don't believe in y'all. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of you could. Listen, this is the NBA. Anything can happen any night. Anything can happen any night. And I don't think that stops the team because DeAndre Melton's finding his stride. I think this team I wish this team.
Milwaukee or Boston?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Okay, here's my argument for Boston. For Philly. Philly, and again, I'm always the guy I just brought up Kyrie's 2021 series. That 2019 Philly team, when it was just Ben Simmons, Embiid wasn't even at MVP level. He was just like, man, this guy's dope. He's an all-star. He wasn't freaking going to go 40 and 20 at any time. But in that series, I saw these guys battle the champions to the wire. I'm talking about down in the series, down 3-2, coming to game 6. Yeah, I mean, at home, obviously, but Ben Simmons has an incredible game and B plays. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So, I mean, to say these guys aren't battle tested because he's a second round warrior, Embiid, I just can't believe that when it comes down to it, Giannis is going to be guarding Joel Embiid. No, Brook Lopez is going to get in foul trouble every time. Rob Williams is going to be in foul trouble. Al Horford is no Embiid stopper. There is no such thing, man. And James Harden, oh man, there's going to be a lot of guys that should be regretting that James Harden hate. He's leading the league in assists. I mean, this dude's he's like in the third phase of his career now. Like he showed us in that short Brooklyn run, hey, I can play off ball. I ain't got to be the
leading
main
the
guy.
league in assists. I'm not gonna let you do that.
Where's Harden at in assists?
He not leading. Tyrese Halliburton leads the league in assists.
Oh man, did you research that while I was? All right.
No, I heard it today. And then
okay.
And then also Jokic has the most assists.
Total assists? Hey. There might be a games played thing going on right here. I know I heard the lead the league in assists when he was snubbed for All-Star earlier this week on Thursday. In which he was snubbed for All-Star.
I think he should have been an All-Star.
But I just believe in Harden and Embiid's pick and roll the same way. It's hard to say those guys won a championship, but that's the best pick and roll I've seen all years. Embiid and Harden.
Yeah,
and I just find it hard to believe that they can compete for 7 games. I mean,
I just think that team and Doc Rivers just always finds a way to fuck it up.
Listen, Glenn Rivers is the worst thing. He's the worst part. He can't get the nickname.
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn Rivers is the worst thing to happen to Philly. Like, I thought they should have fired him going into the season, but then, Joel comes back hard, and when he gets back, he was just amazing. And it's just like, oh, okay, now we got to stick with him. But yeah, I'm with you on like rotation, especially when we get down to the nitty gritty of that, because I think they are a Final Four team. Them in Cleveland. I think you start going them, Cleveland, Boston, Milwaukee, and you're just like, oh man, can they beat Boston and Milwaukee? I do. Bad shooting from Tatum, some Giannis, bad Giannis free throw game, and Harden's got to be a hero. Harden needs to.
That's hard.
I'm tired of this.
Hard to bet on.
I've been the guy in 2019, Game 6, when Steph Curry dropped 33 and a half. I was the guy that game saying, oh, this is Harden's legacy game. I was the guy saying, oh, this is his LeBron 2012. Your back's against the wall. I did. Listen, the way he flamed out in that Game 7 reminded me of the way LeBron flamed out against Dallas. Yeah. And Harden, the way he's out every night, I know little baby them telling them, boy, y'all should have won. Y'all should have won. I know he's hearing the chatter, but literally it reminds me of this Wale quote I never forget after the 2012 finals. He said he saw James in the club, and he was like, oh, them boys young, man. They don't care. They living it up. And I'm just like, I always think about that when his party presence is brought up, because I'm just like, he's been partying a long time. This might just be who he is.
No, so, I was thinking about it today. I was like, damn, like, James Harden's only finals appearance was that young Warriors team in 2011.
Yeah.
And stay that way.
Oh my good. That is, I just can't believe a guy that is such a generational scorer. I've seen some of the because of Lucas.
It's been 11 years since he's been to the finals, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, that 2018 team should have been in the finals. But I want to say this about James Harden, because there's been a lot of saying like, oh, he hasn't gotten the love that Luka's been getting off this. 2017 to 2019, James Harden is one of the most praised basketball players of all time. They were calling this guy the best offensive player of our generation over Kevin Durant. They told us, and listen, James had he dropped a 60-point triple-double himself. Like James, 2019, I thought he was the MVP over motherfucking Giannis. I think, what was it, the 30 games? Like, that Kobe was alive then. We were all like, nigga, that's Kobe shit. Yeah. You only Kobe do this. So I just really thought, I really think James Harden, when it comes down to it, Game 4 versus Miami, he steps up to that plate, literally drops the 6 threes, looks like vintage Harden in that series. And obviously Embiid's face is broken. I mean, Embiid's face is broken at that point. So I don't know what happened, but that's the guy I'm expecting to see in a Milwaukee or a Boston series, man. Well, at least I hope to see. And if Embiid's gonna stay healthy, and I guess it's the Anthony Davis same thing. Like, can he play 4 straight rounds? Do we have to lock Embiid in a bubble to even see him compete against those guys in the East?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Milwaukee in playoff time when everything is half court offense or bust, I just can't bet against that team, bro.
And see, half court, the game slows down. Nobody's pick and roll, and I think that's why LeBron and AD is so dangerous. Same with Luka; that's his favorite play to pick and roll.
Yeah.
But when it gets down to we playing half court ball, you get a bucket, I get a bucket. Me and the big fella getting a bucket every time. James can say, me and the big fella, and they still figuring the maxi thing out. But
yeah,
I think, and I get that's so crazy because we got here from Brooklyn. I do think a Brooklyn Philly series would still be iconic. Ben is there. Yeah. James is there. And I do think KD could get those guys. And I think it would have to go 7. Brooklyn Philly is the series we need. It's the series God wants.
I think if KD is healthy and ready to go, I think Boston's the only team he can't take to 7.
Wow. Even the same Boston team, I love it because they swept them.
Right. That's the only team I don't think KD can take to 7.
And you still like them, and we didn't see them play because they did play well against Milwaukee, Brooklyn with Kyrie, but it was no Middleton. So you do like them against Milwaukee?
I don't like them against Milwaukee. I think he can take Milwaukee to 7.
That I do not think he can take a healthy Milwaukee to 7.
You don't think so? If everybody else plays defense and plays so hard, you don't think
I don't give a damn what everybody else does. Hey, that team in Milwaukee is rematching Boston. Like, that's so funny. If you would have just said that too, like, what do I really think? No, Philly is not beating Milwaukee. We are getting the Eastern Conference. We are getting a rematch in the Eastern Conference Finals. That should be one of the best. That should be our. We always talk about the conference finals before the finals. That Rockets Warriors series is really the finals that year. That is the finals.
Yeah,
Jason Tatum versus Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be cinema. And I don't think anything is going to stop that from happening. I know they looked at both of those things. Looked at the Kyrie trade like we dogged both of them. Like we got the horses to guard both of them. And that's the whole thing with Kevin Durant. They just had the horses. They just got the horses. We're going to throw the Paul George stopper, Joe Ingles at you. We got dirty Grayson Allen. We got the most athletic white boy, Pat Connaughton. We could throw some Middleton at you. You want to see one of the best guard defenders, wing defenders in the league, Drew Holiday guard you. And, we got the best player in the world, Giannis Antetokounmpo, that can guard you. It is hell. And that's the same thing at Boston. If I could throw 4 or 5 guys at Kevin Durant, sayonara. Yeah. And even if they trade for Jeremy Grant, I just think it'd just be a good look. You're just waiting to get off the books in the summertime and try to go see if Bradley Beal's available or you can go get another guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Boston, Milwaukee, that's the finals to me because I think the West is Denver and whoever's healthy.
Look, I love my Dallas Mavericks, but we cannot be done. If we traded a first round
I was going to ask you, so how do y'all fix the defense problem?
All right, so Josh Green
who's going to play defense on this team?
Josh Green is obviously, and I know Nico and Jason are going to say it in the press conference, Josh Green is the Dorian Finney-Smith replacement. We've talked about him on this pod. Josh Green's having an amazing year. 22 years old. He's our first-round draft pick. That's the guy we're looking to play 3 and D. He cannot be our only asset. Neither can Reggie Bullock. We still have $20 million in Tim Hardaway Jr. Throw him to Detroit or throw him to motherfucking Utah. Let's go get Jared Vanderbilt or Bogdanovich. Throw the first in there. If we went in, Kyrie is the riskiest trade. I do agree. This motherfucker could decide Mark Cuban is racist tomorrow. I don't understand what Lucas says. I'm not re-signing here either.
I'm sitting out.
If we going all in, take the other pick and go all in. Because as much as I think Dorian Finney-Smith in the first, I was listening to Bill Simmons before, that is a lot. That's 2 real assets. A first and Dorian Finney-Smith is real assets. And not to downplay Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie was always trade filler from Porzingis, all right? Like, we not downplaying that. The Mavericks traded 2 firsts and a goddamn lottery pick for Porzingis. We have always been making up for our first. That is our Gobert trade. Yeah. That's our Gobert trade. So I think another monster wing has to be got. I love Vanderbilt. As they say, he fits the timeline. He's the younger defender, not as great as a scorer. But Bogdanovich,
I don't need that.
if Bogdanovich for just the first, throw the 27 first and Tim Hardaway to Detroit and let's motherfucking go.
Yeah, y'all don't need Tim Hardaway anymore. So I would use that as a.
We don't. And I saw you say Christian Wood has to come off the bench. Not anymore. They wanted Christian Wood off the bench, obviously because of his defense, but just to have a scoring punch when Luka wasn't out there. Nigga, we could do that anytime now. Get his ass in there, closing 5, and play him next to Maxey. Get the White Pal. And see, this is the trade I really want. I want 2 trades. I want to see Tim Hardaway sent to Detroit for Bogdanovich, but I also would like Reggie Bullock sent to Memphis. I don't care how many firsts they need. Send them to Sacramento. Go get Rashawn Holmes. Go get a young big that is not he's not playing. And he's a serviceable big. They have Sabonis. Trey Lyles is playing out of his fucking mind. They were like, shit, we don't need Rashawn Holmes, and we paid him only $10 million. Oh, we have a salary that matches that. Hey, Reggie. And I just think, it's a couple moves that could be made still with this team where it could be like, oh, shit, they got Kyrie, Luka, and they done built around him. Because I think Josh Green he's not as big as Dodo. Dodo's 6'8", that damn near a 7-foot wingspan. Josh Green's about 6'5". You know what I mean? He got a 6'9" wingspan, very athletic, and put it on the floor a little bit. They think he can ball handle. And I love Josh Green. But I just think another guy like Vanderbilt or Bogdanovich has to be next to him. Because once we start, and still, that Clipper series is still going to be hell. I don't care. Like, that team is starting to click. And listen, that's so funny.
Who on that team is guarding Kawhi?
Exactly. That Clippers team is still hell for us. Like you keep talking about Denver. I think, man, Joker. I keep hearing Joker's a terrible matchup for Golden State. Joker's a terrible matchup for any fucking body in the West. Nobody has a big that can guard Nikola Jokic. So
Minnesota's supposed to, but they ain't even. They're not even.
They're not even gonna get out of that plan, man. Talk about making a trade too soon. But I just think. I'm not worried about. I love us against Denver. It's not the same dominance that we've had over Memphis, but Dallas versus Denver is always been a hell of a game. Luka loves playing his overseas Serbian partner. He loves shitting on Joker, and they're really good friends. Right. So I'm confident against them. It's that Clippers team because back healthy, they are the two. They took a. I saw Luka play some of the best basketball of his life in 2021. And Kawhi just in game 6 said, I'll guard him and drop a 40-piece on him. Yep. And that's the scariest thing. Like people, Clippers this, Clippers that. Same thing he did the other night. Like, I could guard the best guy still and make the shot down the stretch still. Yep. So what do you want to do? And that's the only team that I'm really scared of. I mean, Denver's a problem, and I don't want them to make any trades. Denver is a problem. But it's just that Clippers team. I think we have a real rivalry, and it's so funny that Kyrie's making his debut against the Clippers this Wednesday. Yeah, I think we just need to make we need to make another trade. Whether we go get Rashawn Holmes or not, another wing needs to be got. Another wing needs to be got because it's just my goodness.
I agree. Y'all can't be done with that.
Yeah, no. Go all in, man. Kyrie's here. Hey man, hey, make the trade worth it. Anytime, I love the Lakers trading for Anthony Davis because no matter what you say, you got that chip, man. You put they put that ring on.
We got one.
Listen, I don't even care if it's one. You want to say dynasty? It's so hard to win a championship in this league because we could sit here and say. Houston should have won in 2018. Brooklyn should have won in 2021. We can say people thought it was going to be a Brooklyn Clippers 2021 series that Kawhi tears his knee up to. So I'm just like, no. You got to win that ring. And it's this year. And Dorian Finney-Smith is getting a ring sent to him if so. Oh, my God. Thank you, Dorian. Oh, I'm going to miss you. Oh, that was the one, man. Oh, I hated to see him go. But if there was a chance to get Kyrie Irving, you had to make that deal. I mean, the other options, we were talking Zach LaVine and Pascal Siakam. I did a fake trade where I gave up 2 firsts for OG Anunoby. I'm glad it's Kyrie Irving. I'm scared it's Kyrie Irving.
I might tweet that tomorrow, just like breaking Kyrie Irving to sit out rest of season from Dallas Mavericks.
That's funny as hell. That might should be the clip. Hey, clip this up.
Right.
Tell myself, clip this up. Yeah.
Right.
That's incredible. I mean, do we want to talk a little Raptors? That was the only team I guess we didn't get to in depth because they're the team that was the hottest on the market before all this Kyrie news this week. Yeah. And they have been, you just saw their record before we got on it. I mean, that's so funny. They did the 1-year rental thing, got them a chip, and they have been in purgatory hell ever since.
They've been terrible since, but they got that chip, though.
Got them their chip, though. And now they sit in place. Scotty Barnes is in the sophomore slump. Van Fleet and Trent's expiring. They going to want to be paid. Siakam's got snubbed from the All-Star. Hopefully there's an injury. Well, not hopefully there's an injury, but hopefully somehow he could be a snub. I mean, he could be an All-Star replacement because he definitely was snubbed. But, I mean, we've seen everybody. Like we've alluded to Anunoby's 3 first-round picks. Siakam's been on the market. You want Van Fleet and Gary Trent the most on his team. They still got current NBA champion Otto Porter Jr. on his team. There's a lot. They could blow this entire thing up. But
I think they should.
Wow, you think? Yeah. Yeah, and they did the experiment.
They're 5 games under 500. If you worse than the Lakers, you should blow it up.
You don't think their experiment of multiple guys over 6'9" worked, huh?
No, it's too much. Like Scotty, OG, and Pascal, that's too much.
And they think Boucher is him, and they think
oh, I forgot Boucher is there.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys. I mean,
that's a guy that can help the Lakers too. Yeah.
Ooh, you guys are just needing everything. Thomas Bryant was the second best player on the Lakers for like a 2-week span.
Yeah, how are we supposed to be a team?
That's why both first should be offered. Like, what are you talking about? What we gonna do with some picks?
Thomas Bryant is a really good 8th guy.
Oh man, he's a great backup center. He's like the Dwight Powell. The Dwight Powell. When he gets traded, he's gonna be like the best backup big in the. You know what's crazy? They said JaVale McGee was the best backup in the league last year, and I think he was. But yeah, the Dwight Powell, Thomas Bryant would be some of the best backup bigs in the league.
Bryant's not supposed to be playing 35 minutes and having to shoot the ball.
No. Oh my goodness.
He was doing all that. I was like, well, damn. I mean, I appreciate you, bro, but you're not even supposed to be doing that.
So Boucher, you would like Boucher to be thrown in this deal. Are we throwing back? Are we giving up?
Because we could get 3 guys and a pick off of it, right?
I think you guys will have to still give up both for Russ. And Russ, even if you make him sit or buy him out, it is a poison pill. I need both picks. But I'm just thinking of maybe throwing in a guy like Pat Bev and getting back Otto Porter instead of Boucher. I like that too. I love Anthony Davis at the 5 this year. As much as he's complained over the years, this year at the 5, he's been incredible, man. And I just heard Bill them say, man, maybe he needs to lose weight down the stretch. I mean, whatever it is, the dude's playing good this year. I know they said he's been falling around all year since he came back from his injury. But I saw him playing that Pacers game. Yeah, just trying to play himself back in shape. But I loved him at the end of that Pacers game talking his shit of like, hey, I'm still him. Yeah. And as far as close as the Lakers are to out of it, that's as close as they are to end. They still are to end this play-in series. And I guarantee you, Minnesota, Golden State, Portland, none of those teams that's fighting for that damn play-in want to see the Lakers. Nobody, I promise you, wants to see the Lakers in a play-in. That is still the second best pick and roll in the league.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. We got a game we looking forward to this week? Because I think I've alluded to the game I'm looking forward to the most. ESPN, I thought we was going to have to get it flexed, but ESPN on Wednesday is airing the Mavs Clippers game.
I'm excited.
Kyrie debut. Yeah, the Kyrie debut. Because the first time he drops, he goes crazy with Luka. You gonna get all of the I told you posts. I told you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of memes, a lot of tweets. I'm excited for that Wednesday night game.
Yeah. And I'm excited for that first press conference of Kyrie praising Luka, but I'm also excited. I'm so excited for the inevitable because I hope it's not inevitable. I hope the I hope the Kyrie press conference, the missing games, is not inevitable. But I do think I am again in the back of my mind. Oh my goodness, it's Kyrie. I don't know what could happen tomorrow.
Just
what if it's
delete every streaming service and YouTube off that nigga phone?
Yeah. Don't let him outside. I mean, Texas, man, the rodeo, baby.
Right.
The rodeo. We'll give him some horses or something.
Right. Game I'm looking forward to Thursday because I'm gonna be there. Lakers Bucks on Thursday.
Oh, you going to it might be the game breaker. Yeah, and that's so crazy. Look at Kyrie's fucking up the legacy. LeBron is about to become the all-time leading scorer. You think Draymond's gonna be there? He said he was coming. Steph is out. He said, I don't give a fuck where we at. I'm going to see LeBron break the record because D-Wade's going to be there.
D-Wade, yeah.
D-Wade's going to be there.
Hopefully he doesn't do it against the Thunder on Tuesday. And that way I can...
No, how many points are we away?
I think... Let's see. LeBron needs... How many points? He needs 36. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. Please. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. I think that is perfect. I think LeBron's going to drop like 32 against the Thunder. Yeah. Come on back so he can do it early. We'll get out the way. We ain't going to waste all that whole buzz, man.
Prime time, him versus Giannis, like that's gonna be the Thursday night.
Giannis got to dap him up like, oh, I'm the new best player in the league. Yeah. Man, maybe one day I could do it. It's gonna be Luka.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one day I could do it, but yeah.
Because you don't want to break the record like at the end of a game. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm intense. Like I'm thinking about it.
You want to break it like Steph did in MSG, like in the first quarter, they stopped the game and shit like that.
Right. And that was nuts, man. Because you know what's crazy? I just thought about it because I was about to say the last time when Brian passed Kobe, it was a big deal. And the next day, we know what happened. But it wasn't even like it wasn't a big deal where they like, oh shit, he passed Kobe. It was just us like, man, he passed Kobe. Yeah. It felt like when Steph passed him, it was like, nah, we gotta cherish these moments, dog. When he passed Ray and Reggie gave him the motherfucking, I mean, it was like, hey, now I'm thinking about it. That was beautiful. And Kareem should be there. I know he's gonna be hating, but Kareem, for real, man,
Kareem a hater, nigga.
He is a hater, bro. And LeBron, you know what's so funny? I really think LeBron's gonna try to break it on the hook shot because have you been seeing him practice it all year?
Yeah, he does it on a little pregame thing.
Yeah. I don't think that's non-intentional. Like that dude moves with the most intention.
Yeah, I think that's foreshadowing. Like that's how I'm gonna break it. So that's why I think he drops 28 against the Thunder on Tuesday. And then he breaks it he just goes crazy in the first, like he just goes for it in the first quarter against the Bucks.
Oh, you get me excited about it. I'm loving.
I'm excited. I'm just because like I was in the building when he passed 38,000 against the Sixers. So then I can say I was in the building when he broke the scoring record. So me and my dad are gonna go. So
that's dope. Shout out to Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
He was like, I think LeBron gonna break it on Thursday. I think I'm gonna come out there. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah.
Come on, that is crazy. Like, think about being a real sports fan, what we about to witness. Like, and that's why it's like we are witnessing the real GOAT. Sorry, MJ guys. We are witnessing the real GOAT because it's like oh my goodness. He's about to break a 40-year record.
40-year record. He's a Laker breaking another Lakers record.
Laker?
Me and my dad have been going to Laker games since I was little. So
Rob and Jeannie, a trade better had went down by then, motherfuckers. Like, there is no way you are watching this.
Yeah, I think Russ gets traded on Monday. Monday or Tuesday, I think Russ gets traded before that Thunder game on Tuesday.
If you were so active to go get Kyrie, you should not stop picking up the phone, Rob Pelinka.
No, he better not.
You should not.
Before that Thunder game on Tuesday, Russ should be traded.
And we're past the trade deadline now. I like these zones. I kind of felt free on these. We're back. Cap room is back, man.
Cap room is back. We say that every episode.
Cap room is back. That is so funny. That's our favorite. We ain't here for a good time, but a long time. You know what I mean? The Kyrie Irving of podcast.
Exactly.
Hey. Let's keep on capping, man. We'll get back to him. Hey, hopefully here's to next week. If we're here next week, the Mavericks win a championship. And so I got a lot of intention on being back on next week. Mavericks win a championship next week, man.
They're a contender.
I know we're title contenders now. Make that second tree, Nico. I don't give a damn. And that is funny. I did love Ryan Russillo's pointing to that. Like, why are we bringing up that he was a Nike executive? Like, that is going to change Kyrie's mind. That nigga really got to hang with KD. Like, you think Nico Harrison means more than Kevin Durant? He will do this shit to anybody if his heart so chooses. Yeah. But, yeah.
He just does whatever he wants.
Hey, man. And in Texas, if you get that chip, you can do whatever the hell you want, brother. Yeah. You can bring a gun to the arena, man, and like Gilbert, and we gonna love you, brother.
We're gonna love you. It don't matter.
Go get that chip.
Just as a basketball fan, I'm excited to see some 2K ass shit like that happen. So
that's it. That's all we can ask for. I mean, the duo. And to anybody, like some of the dummies in my group chat, because I know y'all gonna see this. Stop talking about basketball fit. Shut up. This is about to be amazing. No matter how many games. What we get, 22 games of KD, James Harden, and Kyrie.
He might play more games than Luka than he did with KD.
Hey, man. I'm excited, man. Oh, my God.
Do you think the Mavs give him that 4-year deal at the end of the year, or they get him to do the little 2-year thing now?
I hope it's the 2-year. I saw we can give him 2 for 83. I was praying like, oh, okay, that's a little out. Even if we don't, I mean, obviously we are letting this play out. Obviously, we're letting this play out through the year, but say we're back and we're in the finals. We're in the Western Conference Finals again. Give him the 2 year. Let's see what we could do. We got some cap room. Christian Wood might be back, and keeping Christian Wood was vital. I hope he doesn't get traded to go get another piece this week. I loved keeping C. Wood. Yeah. Thank you. Extend him too.
I have 3 guys that can really score.
Come on, man. We got to play some defense now. Maxey, Josh Green, show the people. Show the people.
All right. Well, let's see what trades happen this week. Let's see what night LeBron breaks the record, and then we will see y'all again when we record this podcast again. Till then. Sure.
We might have to go live. You might be able to just Zoom me after the record's broken. I'm serious. Like, we'll come right back. Like, the record is broken. You were at the game. That would be a great pod. Come back. You had a live one. Matter of fact, Thursday. I'm off Thursday. Hit me Thursday. Hit me if you got the energy. Hit me. We'll Zoom it up. Let the people let the record reflect. Yes, sir. All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the Cap Room. Sorry about my ceiling fan, y'all. I'll be stable next time with my phone charged.
Crazy.